All right. When it comes to affordable housing, we love condos, but there are some changes from Fannie and Freddie this year that are a big deal, and we want to keep you top of mind. First and foremost, this letter was issued back in March, but what it does is it makes changes with the biggest coming in January 2027, and that's with regard to the reserves. The reserves are now going to have to increase from 10% to 15%. And this is a big deal because we could see some condos, the cost going up. You could see a dues assessment, you could see a raise in dues. So those are things to be aware of. Also, the reserve studies, that must be done every 3 years. Some of our condos have not had their study done in the last 3 years. And this is going to be a big deal because coming in August, they're going to have to show that they've had the reserve study done. It's a big challenge, especially in the next couple of weeks. So if you've got something under contract, make sure that timing on the reserve study. Now, what I love is back in March, this actually was a restriction that got lifted as far as investors. Yeah, if you had 50% investor ownership, that now was released. And so people can actually get financing through Freddie and Fannie on these condos that were dominantly investor owned, which is awesome. But also happening is changes in insurance. And what's interesting on this is roof replacement value. Yeah, that has been set aside to the actual cash value of the roof or ACV. What this means is if there is an event that causes a roof damage, you may only, under the insurance, get the actual cash value. Well, that means the homeowners are having to come out of pocket to pay for the repairs or replacement, and that could be more expensive. So, understanding, yeah, you may be saving a little bit of money on insurance, but you may have to come up with money if there's an event. Yeah, there's risk reward to all of it, but this is something to ask a question around. And of course, I want you to have the timeline, what to expect, what happened in March, what's happening in August, and of course, what's forthcoming in January. And as always, I'm about keeping your deals together. And in order to do that, sometimes a good checklist makes a difference. So I've provided this for you. If you are a listing agent going out to take a listing, if you have one that you have listed, go ahead and ask these questions of both your homeowner as well as the property manager. And buyers agents, make sure you're asking these questions because your cost of ownership could shift a little bit, and that can make all the difference in the world. Let's keep those deals together and keep people moving forward with all the knowledge we possibly can.